Well, everyone, again, unfortunately, weren't able to sort out of the issues, so it's just gonna be me for now. Maybe Chris might join us, I'm not sure. But unfortunately missed qualifying, but Aiden did get pole position and going off to lap 4 in the race. And we're literally just keeping up with everything now as, yeah. We tried streaming on PlayStation, but it just wouldn't share the voices through a Discord call. It wouldn't stream properly on the other side as well. So, yep. It'll just be 1 second. So we may see the arrival of Chris very soon, but we'll try and do it now. But we're on lap 5 here. Nathan is just holding on to a slender lead at the moment over Tom and Macho. All very close there. Top 6, as expected, have kind of just pulled away here. Cameron up to 8th. And it's over the back of George. He's aiming to get past as soon as possible to try and break into this top 6 gap there. Let's probably expect him to catch up to these guys as Aiden's going for a move on Keke. And we're going, and Aiden's got the move done on Keke, and Keke's going to try and fight back. Going down into turn 3, but he's not going to get a good enough run. And it's going to be down to P6 now for Keke, as Cameron's going to be out of a move this lap. I don't see any moves happening down the straight in the top 6 unless they do try and burn all their ERS, but at the moment a holding position with Nathan leading this race fairly comfortably at the moment. He's pulled a 6/10 gap for every DRS, so that's not too bad for him. Tom's just sitting there comfortably at the moment, same with Macho, but you have Sly Guy, Kieran Humphries over the back of him, and he's definitely pushing for a move here. We go down into turn, oh, he's very close, and he's going up the inside of Macho here. Is Kieran, is he going to make the move stick? They make a little bit of contact. Macho's going to keep the inside for the next corner. And he just does hold on there just by a thread as Kieran is still over the back of him. He's looking for that gap. He's going for the inside maybe. No, he does not. He's going to stay ahead for the time being. And Cameron, he's gained half a second that last lap on this top 6 group, as the DRS train kind of falls into each other. All of them, they're all kind of bunching right up together and slows them down a lot in their braking zones. Have to back off very early, but here we go. Kieran's going to have another go this lap, I reckon. Maybe down this straight. He's got 60%, but it's not going to be happening this straight. Aiden is trying to find the clear air there. Struggling with temps maybe. Keke, he's just currently sitting there. Cameron though, he is gaining and gaining and gaining. He's pulling George along with him as well. As Tom is over the back of Nathan going into turn. He just holds on there, and guess who has joined me? It is Chris.
The man out very early. Let me just do some audio balancing.
I'm just going to make sure I can hear you as well, because that is the main problem.
Should be okay. My settings should be all set up. Should be. That doesn't mean it will be.
I will just double check that.
Getting the wheel out the way.
It is all good. Sounds all good.
1 second, just to move this. The race I look forward to ended very quickly. Oh, that's very loud. I need to change that. 1 second, Jensen. Right, I'm here. We are good. So, who is where and what's what?
Well, it's kind of stayed the same really since the first 3 laps. Aiden's dropped down to P6. I know that, but he's managed to go up to P4 now. Macho's dropped 2 places. I don't really have the screen on there.
Cameron is, well, he's the leader of the midfield crew now, so this is probably the hardest bit of his job, starting from the back, is trying to...
Or Tom's having a little bit of a mistake there. But yeah, Kieran's not going to go for the move there, but look how close the top 3 are. They are pretty much bumper to bumper.
I don't want to see that corner. Gives me PTSD.
But coming to the end of lap 8 here, just get some details up as well. Yeah, been a rough start to this stream tonight. It's been a rough race for Chris as well, fortunately, but
do you want to know the insider knowledge on the weather?
I think we let's keep it a secret. Yeah, people may know.
I never actually got to check to see if it changed any with the small delay we had at the start as well. It may have changed, I'm unsure, but of course we do just run the approximate settings, so it could also change dynamically, so who knows. So where has Rage got to? The man with the broken wheel. His wheel decided it was exploding pre-race, which is not so good.
Oh dear.
So Nathan leads from Tom, Kieran P3, Aiden P4, Macho 5, Keke 6, Cameron now. So something's happened, Jensen, because Cameron has closed a 1.8 second gap. He's now on the back of this top 6 train. And this is very much back to a top...
Oh, look how close it is at the front now. Tom's gone wide.
Fight.
And Kieran's up the inside. They're going to go wheel to wheel down into the final couple of corners. And Kieran's just got his nose up the inside there. And that might just be enough. But Tom's held it around the outside. And that's probably the best line to be at through that penultimate corner. You just have so much more grip. And there you go, Tom
Maris
keeps
into
P2.
the pits. That must be damage. I assume Maris must have damage because that's on the hard compound tyre. Too early to stop.
And let's see. I don't think it is damage. No front wing change. I think it is just plain strategy and it's gone to medium tyres. So I think tyre deg might not be too bad here. The mediums are quite similar to the hards. So
maybe he's feeling a big undercut coming.
Yeah, and doing that though, Cameron,
up a penalty.
He's caught up to this top 6 here, but he's dragged George along with it, so it's now a top 8 within the DRS here. It is it's half a DRS train, half not, but Tom's gone for the move now. He's kind of forced to, as Kieran goes for the move as well. He's going to go up the inside of Tom, and Tom's just hold on to P1 there.
tell you what, the boys are racing very, very well there.
Yeah,
absolutely nose to tail.
Nathan's not going to have that. He's lost 2 places, the expense of 1 corner as well, and he's not going to be able to get anything back on Tom as Kieran goes back around the outside. He's going to hold it though. Tom, he's holding the inside, but Kieran's got the drive, and he's back into the lead.
And this is why I love France. No other circuit in the calendar gives wheel to wheel like this track does. It just doesn't.
It's just so much less margins for error in there. Or if I've said that right or not. But it's so much more room. It's just so much better for racing. Probably the best track for racing.
So take 2 on the DRS. Now, you tend to not really see people make the move into turn 1. They want to wait to that back straight. So what's the energy sitting like? Oh, look at Tom. Tom's sitting in a big advantage. He holds a 30% advantage. He's needed his rivals inside that top 6. So if he wants to push through, he could.
Yeah, Tom's... Oh, he's had a big mistake there.
Moment.
Big tank sapper, and look at Nathan over the back of him here. Tom, he's got some energy afford to use here, but Nathan's backed out of using his battery there.
And Tom now, even all the way back, he's going to have a go at Kieran here. He'll be up the inside, but he chooses just to back out it, and I think he was just protecting any move from Samba there. I don't think Tom wanted to really make the move on Kieran. That was more a protection mechanism of just placing his car in the right place and telling Samba, look, you're not going down the inside this time.
Yeah, Cameron has made up a place on Keke as well, so he is starting to make his climb through the top 6 here. And he started at the back. He's qualified himself in quali, obviously. He doesn't qualify for these races. But sure as hell he makes his way all the way to the front, and he's always a dark horse in these races. And he's very much in it already, not even halfway through the race. As you can see, he's over the back of Macho. He's going to go for a move up the inside. And Macho gives the room, and he's given enough respect to Macho as well on the outside. And Macho gets to drive to keep the place.
Oh, and Smalley picks up a 5-second time penalty for speed. Oh, he's retired.
Yeah. I was going to say, if that's on track, I don't think that'll be on track around this track. Oh, Tom, yeah, I think that's just a little bit of connection there, which made them look like they got a little bit out of shape. So
now Tom, the man under pressure up the back straight. Will we see yet another change for the lead as Maris sets
that is crazy.
In the fresh tyres?
The top 8 separated by 2.3 seconds. Like, that is incredible. The
qualifying was bonkers as well. 6 drivers in the same 10th of a second is utterly wild.
Yeah, you see them all at the closest of any other track, really. Just know where the limit is. And Nathan, is he going for something on Kieran here? See what it does, but Kieran's pushing. He's getting a really good run on Tom. Is he going to look for a move up the inside? And he sees the gap, but he's not going to go for it. I think that's a bit of a far one to go through. But at the moment, it looks like most of them are kind of holding position here. But if Tom is getting kind of like a half decent gap before the first DRS zone of the lap, I think that is what's going to keep them held together. If it's very, very close when they enter the first straight, that's where it's going to shuffle about here. And there comes Kieran and Nathan. They're getting really close again, but we move.
And into the latter phase of this stint, I'd say Tom looks a more comfortable driver at the moment. He just seems happy in his car. It seems to be going into all the right places.
He's playing very much more conservative than everyone else. He's got so much more battery under his belt as well. But he hasn't got too much away on the start of this lap. But Kieran didn't get a good run as well coming onto the straight. He loses about a 10th off that right-hander. And Tom's all the way to the inside, protecting
he does not
from
want
that
to give any toe.
Not a hint. And that's where Kieran gets a good run though. He's getting brilliant runs through the chicane here, and now he is very much going for it. He's in the slipstream, and I see it, definitely see him making a move going into this fast right-hander here. I think is.
Will he try and roll it the long way? He is thinking about it. Tom being respectful there. Leaving a cars
Yeah, look at Nathan though.
outside.
Nathan eyeing up the opportunity here. Potential mistake from the two.
Very close to Aiden as well.
Yeah, this is very much close. He's looking for
And
a move on
Macho's
Macho.
gonna go.
Oh, he's forced a move on Aiden, has Cameron. Oh, and Cameron's... Has he been forced off wide? I don't know what's just happened there, but I think he might have had a little bit of contact with Keke. Keke might have accidentally sent it a little bit too far deep.
Side by side, Macho and Aiden through Tom 1 and 2, but I think Aiden will get the better of that and still hold off Macho for P4.
Yeah, I think Aiden here, he's kind of starting to look for results here. He's been very consistent for the start of the season, leading the championship all the way until I think it was Baku, where he lost it to Nathan. But Nathan goes move on, yeah.
Samba.
Yeah, and he's going to go for Tom as well. And
so
Tom's
Tom
lost two
now
places.
The next driver to lose 2 into that middle chicane.
Yeah, and the positions are completely reversed again.
And that seems to be the trend now, Jensen, isn't it? When one goes through, 2 goes through. And they just seem to be quite happy to play this game at the moment. I don't think Tom will be too upset.
If one does go through, it seems they're going through on someone who's just not defending at all, and they're just not focused on any other cars.
No.
And yeah, it's just not drawn to how close it is. But yeah, Tom now down to 3rd. But he's still very much still in it. Everyone's still in it.
Oh,
at
so
this point.
Samba into the pits. So leader pits. Off he goes.
Yeah,
and that will be the trigger. This was the pit window opening, so it is about the hard tyres were due to come in now. So Tom and Co extending their stint at this point.
See when Nathan comes out onto the circuit, it's going to trigger pit stops here because Nathan obviously gets the outlap. He will have a gap over the rest of them here, and
he may be put under pressure here. There could be a fast approaching Ripsa in the Williams, and Rapasa, who took that early stop, Jensen, look where he's got himself. If you say Samba is net race leader, Rapasa now is absolutely on his gearbox. He just needs to try and stay there now. And as the rest of the grid packs, he's brought himself into this fight with that early pit stop.
Yeah, Maris though, look at him, 5 seconds ahead of Nathan. He went 5 laps earlier, obviously.
Stopper. Yes, that's right.
But it's if he could take those to the end. As Cameron
through Macho.
Side by side, but Cameron's got the inside line. Surely he's going to hold that all the way, and yeah, Macho has got to back out of that one. There's no way he's going to keep that. And Cameron up to 4th. And net P5, P6. We do not know if Maris is going to really play a big part in this. Let's see if he managed to hold on for how long.
So Sly Guy and Macho goes in, but Tom, George, Aiden all continue on. That's interesting that they've not boxed yet now.
Well, George has paid. I think it's Tom, Aiden, Cameron and Keke. They have all stayed out.
So I think there might be a strategy in play. I think I understand their choices for staying out, but I don't want to say too much because it may ruin what's ahead. But I think I know what Tom, Aiden, Cameron, Keke, Ron and Rage, I think I know what their plans are.
Yeah, this goes Nathan and Rapasa, and look at the gap to Sly Guy there. There you go, 3 seconds. He's lost 3 seconds over 1 lap. That is so...
Wow. So, undercut, massively powerful.
And Aiden's through.
Maris. Oh, what's that?
Yeah, but look at... Yeah, Maris has lost 2 seconds the last lap. So that's not too good. And here comes Cameron. Cameron is eyeing an opportunity here to take 2nd place off Tom. And... God, these guys on the fresh mediums, they're going to be absolutely flying. But here comes Cameron, he's looking for a move. It was a little bit tentative there. But it's just the whole place at the moment. Let's see who pits this lap.
Another driver that's been pretty quiet and not mentioned much is Keke. He is still right there. And I think we're going to have...
Yeah, and Keke in the pits. So it's going to be Tom and Cameron that carry on, and Luca Rapace gets another 3-second penalty.
That made them up to 9 now, I think it is.
He's with this fight, but he's definitely not reaping the rewards of track limits, and he's now lost DRS to Nathan as well. He's probably trying to keep up with Nathan, and he's just not kind of not focused on the long run of the races. Again, Nathan's fastest lap.
Samba sets the fastest lap. And he has got a monumental jump on Macho and Keke. He is long gone down the road, Jensen.
God, that is insane.
Yeah, that is a crazy undercut.
Let's just look at the overall gap here. 14.5 seconds to the leader is Nathan, and to Keke, it's almost 10 seconds. That is crazy over 2 laps.
That's crazy. And look at Tom now. Tom, sitting playing the long game, has managed to build his energy back up to max.
And Nathan's through onto net P1 now. And I think Nathan might have this in the bag, unless the strategy that Cameron and Tom are going for completely outplays the mediums to the end. Maybe softs to the end. Let's see what they do, but they're going to carry on.
Yeah, so I think they're awaiting some approaching weather, Jensen. I think they plan to try and hold out and go to a soft tyre if that weather front comes. Now, it wasn't a guarantee. We weren't really 100% sure, so we don't know just yet if it does come. They could be playing a really risky game here, Cameron, Tom, Ron, Rage, by not taking that pit stop, because at this point they're going to have a gap that I don't think they can get back.
Yeah, and they're going to probably be caught up in the next few laps, even from Nathan. As Nathan is about to get past Rage, all over the gearbox of Rage there. And he's like kind of backing off tons. Is he? And there you go, it's going to be easy move for him. I don't think Rage is going to really fight it. Not really any point, as Maris is also looking to get a move on Rage done. And it's probably going to be on the exit yet. As Rage trying to hold out. And he's about to start losing out a lot of places to these guys. And tries holding on, but yeah, Maris has got that one.
So is Cameron and Tom going in? Cameron's into the pits.
Oh, Cameron to the pits,
but
yep,
Tom is not. Tom continues on, Jensen. He's still going.
I think they're going to soft tyres. Got to be going softs. They can't go that long and not go to softs, surely. Ron carries on as well, and he is right in the way of Nathan here, but Nathan, he's got the DRS, he's going to push for the move here. Ron squeezes him. He's not letting his position go here, and he's going. Oh, he's gone deep, and he's made a contact.
Both had a bit of contact, and that I think
yeah,
it's just
unnecessary
squeeze in there. Had absolutely no reason to try and bully Macho up onto that outside of the circuit there.
Yeah, Ron very defensive there, but I think he went a little bit too deep into turn one. Missed the apex a little bit, and obviously made contact with Nathan there.
So there goes Kieran now and Maris. Through he goes.
Yeah, easy move, six slap on younger tyres, but look at Kieran now. He's brought 3 seconds down to 1.3 on Nathan. So there you go. That is the difference between one lap younger tyres, I think. It might be working coming into the race.
And the staggered pit stops has really opened the race up in terms of the lead battle anyway.
Cameron went for the medium tyres. Tom is still going on. So Tom's either going softs or he's waiting for weather to potentially make it his, but I don't think it's going to come at the
No,
moment.
it doesn't look like it's changing much in the skies. There's no clouds coming in. It's kind of been the same for the most of the race.
But yeah, Tom's definitely going to be a hard to softs, but I don't think it's going to work out the best for him.
So what's happening further down the order? We get Nick coming on through, P12, Lynx P11, Cameron out in P10. He's got a bit of clean track, but 5 seconds away from Keke, 6 seconds away from Macho, and yeah, a good chunk of seconds away from the lead battle.
It's incredible how quick those medium tyres are over the hards. It's incredible the pace difference there. It's like 2.5 seconds a lap.
Macho and Aiden having a bit of argy-bargy there, a little bit of contact. Nothing in badness though. Macho goes through and Aiden up into P6.
Yeah, it's kind of here and there at the moment. I mean, Aiden's got the fresher tyres. He's going back on the inside of Macho here. Is he going to get the move back done? And yep, he's got it done. He's going to be back up to P7, no, P6.
Oh, who was that? That was Rapasa, nearly having a big moment, nearly lost the car there. He's trying to push just a bit too hard, I think.
They've all been caught up by the brand new, fresher running medium guys. So Aiden will be the first to come across these two of the ones below. I didn't see that. Kieran is now up to the net lead. It is 7 seconds to Tom, and I think that was 3 seconds a lap difference there. So yeah, Tom's only got 2 laps.
Yeah, exactly where Tom's going to come out, but I mean, he's going to be like between Lynx and Nick, I think.
Yeah, this race is lost a little bit here for Tom, I think. Yeah, it's definitely going to be between Lynx and Nick. He's got to make the stop now.
Yet to have any hope of making it work, making something work from it. He might have a chance if he pits now at getting to the top 6. But it'd be a big, big ask, especially the fact that P4 downwards is all running in this train now.
God, look how close that is. P4 to P9 there. They're all so close. And it's the slower tyre at the front of this little pack here that's causing that to happen. As Maris is... Oh, look how close that is. Macho up in front of Aiden here, going into the final couple of corners. And Aiden is getting back at him once again. And there goes the Ferrari of George as well. He's going to make a move. It's 3 wide as Keke gets through both of them. And in the end, it was George that got pushed out the most there, and he ends up losing a place overall because of that.
Again, George and Macho doing a bit more side-by-side action as he come through 1 and 2, but I think Macho will hold George off for now.
Yeah, just about there.
And I think this is all about to kick off again and we run up this back straight, because I don't think these guys will settle for the positions that they're in. They want more.
Yeah, this weather's not come yet.
The Williams is round. There's a Williams round. I don't think he's in the wall though. I think that's Rapasa. I don't think he's picked up any damage, so there'll be no VSC or safety cars. But here comes a Haas now. A Keke going for it, and Maris down into that back chicane, and I think there'll be an easy inside move.
Oh, it's not
Maris,
though. He's hold on.
Willing to give it up, although he's got a very worn tyre, and I think that's where you're seeing the difference there. Keke in the end just walks the car round the outside, and here comes Macho now. George as well pulling into the toe of Macho, trying to make sure that he can slip his car up that inside line as well. And I think Maris now, in the space of a couple of corners, is down 3 positions, and I don't think Cameron will be too long in sneaking his way through either.
Yeah, he's going to go for the outside, and is he going to make that one move? Yep, he's going to
That is a
very
lovely
nice
overtake there. That was stunning. Tremendous move from Junior Dowds.
Yeah, and he goes again. Here he goes again on the inside of George, and he's going to be an overtaking masterclass coming up here for Cameron Dowds. With 5 laps
He's a
left,
man on the mission.
can he get to the front in 5 laps? That is the question that everyone will be asking. And it is a big ask when you look at the gaps there, but I think he could possibly do it.
If we know Cameron, you're damn sure he'll give it a good go.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh, it's full yellow, VSC, oh, just a VSC,
look at
I
her
thought
pass
it was a
it.
full
And-
close safety car. In the pits, that is.
Yeah, that's...
Don't know why he gave a VSC in the pits, that's odd.
Well, that is... Tom can make a pit stop here, if it does stay out. And kind of not go out too far behind, but yeah, you probably hoped for that a couple of laps before, maybe. And if that did happen, he would have been in prime position for a race win.
Yeah,
But
if it stays
yeah.
out, he might get out ahead of Lynx now, which would give him some clear running to.
Yeah, he could have a really good go at even P3.
Yep,
But yeah, we'll see what happens here.
he will be praying for this to stay green as he enters the pits and stay green until he's pretty much on pit exit.
He'll need to come in right now. It's last chance, really, to gain anything this race. You see how close the 2 cars of Kieran and Nathan behind. But there he goes into the pits. Comes Tom.
So now he hopes for the longest yellow flag he's ever had.
It's still out, and it's... The longer it's out, the longer it is good for Tom here. Here we go. Kieran will take the lead of the race.
Racing now, because it looks like the guys
there
are
we
flat
go.
out.
And
Yeah,
Maris
we are
drive
back to green
through.
flag.
Drive through for Maris. Tom. He got
So I think
the,
he is.
yeah.
He should get out ahead of Lynx here. Maybe, just maybe, it's going to be very close in pit exit. Actually, I think Lynx will just go through.
Oh, and Sean Harry's
Yes, he
crashed. He's crashed on track.
Oh,
And
it's a
safety
full
car!
safety car! It's a
And
full
Tom's
safety car with 3 laps to go!
Has he timed that right, Tom? Has he timed that right? Has he timed that just that tad bit too short? But in the end, people could just stay out here, and Tom might have a really good chance here. He doesn't have to make the risk. Everyone else does.
Well, how this has now changed, Jensen. Tom looked dead and buried.
Yeah, this
Wee
is...
strategy call, but
Is 23
changes
seconds.
everything.
If they all pit, I think he will come out just behind Nathan.
the question is, do they pit?
For 2 laps. It's 2 laps of racing. I think the guys
Will it be 2 laps though?
the guys further back, they can't afford to pit. If they do pit, they won't be with the pack as the restart goes for the last 2 laps.
That's a good point. That's a good
So
point.
some are forced to stay out, some are forced to
So Kieran
pit.
stays.
Some, yeah,
Samba
they
stays.
chose to. Who will pit? Who will not? And Keke's in the
Hayden's
pits.
not. Keki's
Macho
going
in
for
the
it,
pit.
as is Macho.
Cameron in the pit.
Cameron's in.
Oh, look at
the
Macho!
dive for the
Oh,
pit lane.
he's too much of a risk there. Fair play to Macho. It was a good try.
He tried to get the overtake done as well in the pit lane. You've got
Oh,
to
look
respect
at
the
this.
audacity.
Tom has got 4 cars in front of him in 2 laps. Can he do it? A marathon he enters. What could
Wait,
this
what?
mean? And it's getting a little bit overcast now, is it, Chris?
Oh, is the game going to really spice this up?
It has got very much overcast now. Is the weather just arrived? What has happened here?
And I tell you, Sly Guy, Samba, Aiden, George, they will be thinking, please do not rain now, because if the rain does come, you must fancy Tom to win this race.
Even if the rain doesn't come, I fancy Tom winning this race. Even Keke, Maxwell, Cameron, if they manage to get through him as well. But yeah, this is all to play for at the moment. Just do not know who's going to win it. But I think everyone from Lynx upwards is definitely in the shot, because I don't think anyone else behind is going to catch up. in time for this restart. As you see, the safety car in this lap. We have 2 laps of racing. Potential rain on the way. Maris gone very much all out on the risk here. Ron as well, so is Pelly, but they're a bit too far back to make any impact.
So the top 4 are about to be under monumental pressure. The 2 Haas boys and Macho and Cameron breathing down their neck. Although Macho and Keke have the time penalties, so
Yeah,
they were both speeding in the pits. They're not going to come off. So it's really just Tom and Cameron that's in with a crack. Cameron will want to clear the penalties ASAP, and Kieran going as late as he possibly can, which is the smartest strategy now, because he knows there is a big tyre delta.
He's choosing it wisely. He's staying very close to the safety car here. Can he get his 3rd win of the season? Can Kieran? He's finally back into racing here, and he's going very late for the restart. And there you go. He's gone for it. Tom has got alongside George here, and it's going to be a move into turn 1. He's already going to be up to 4th, is Tom, and he's made that very much stick. Can he get the run into turn 3? And he's very much going for it here. I can see him making a dive into turn 5 on Aiden here at C. And there he goes. Got so much more grip.
Look at the grip. He just feeds the throttle in and walks the car round the outside at 5. Oh my god.
Look at Keke and Cameron as well. They're going right at it. Cameron is on a mission here. He is going to make a move on Keke. And if he does that, Tom is going to be under a little bit of pressure as well. Even with the soft tyre advantage he's got. And Keke is now dropped to place behind Cameron. Cameron is over the back of George, and he's going to try and get on the inside here. George is going to try and defend. I don't know if he can. No, he can't really. From
and
Cameron.
Tom is just trying to hold on to a bit more energy than the drivers in front. The top 2 are really eating through it. And
look at Tom,
he's just going to roll it. And he has took no prisoners there. He just used the grip of the car. The closing speed mid-corner.
Oh, look at Cameron!
Up the inside
Cameron's on for it here. This is going to be a very close one.
Oh, no! That was a takeout. That is not on.
What has just happened there? Is that... Who's
Samba
that fall on
has
there?
just fully attacked Cameron because Cameron put Samba off track.
Oh, it's raining now.
Appalling standards.
You'll have to get a clip of that if you can, Chris, to see. And there goes Tom. Is taking the lead of the race. That was very much unfortunate for that to happen there. And we could have. It was going to be such a good end to the race there. But look how much it's raining. It is getting very wet on track here, and it's not going to be enough, really.
Is this going to put any of the other medium guys under pressure? Look at George. George could be under big pressure here, Jensen. He's got 3 cars breathing down his neck. Lynx, Nick and Rage are all there for some. And George could be in big trouble in the closing sectors of this lap.
And look at the switchback here. Comes Lynx. He's going to have so much more traction.
Look at Nick. Nick's got an even better run. He's up the inside now.
Go on, son, Nick. Up the inside as well, into turn 8.
To the inside, outside to inside, and he's got
it down through. Stuff.
He goes up into P6. The soft tyres working well in the damp conditions.
And Kieran's lost out to Keke and Macho, who will get them back on penalties, so we'll take P2 in this race. But it's going to be Tom, though, and we didn't really expect him to win the race. He was only 3 seconds ahead with a pit stop left to make, and he's going to come around the final corner, sliding around.
Has a bit of a moment there. But I think just enjoying it.
And he's going to surely take the lead of the championship after this race. And Tom crosses the line. He's going to win in France. And it is going to be P2 for Kieran. Aiden holds on to 3rd. And he also closes the gap on Nathan there. With Lynx 4th. George 5th. Rage up to 6th. And Nick, I think, dropped down maybe because of a penalty or 2. But Keke and Macho, they dropped down to 7th and 8th after finishing 2nd and 3rd on track. And
I think they were both speeding in the pit lane penalties, so I don't think they'll be able to get them off. What an ending, Jensen! What a last 3 laps or 2 laps of the race, that was wild.
I'm sure words will be spoken about that little incident between Cameron and Nathan. Um, I had a kind of a side view of it. I didn't really see what happened there, but sort of got tagged and ended up with Cameron in the wall. But you probably had on board, maybe, of that.
I was. I just need to go and see if I can see this. But still a good race, nevertheless, Jensen.
Yeah, I mean, France always produces some good races, but yeah, I think the tyre strategies definitely made it a little bit more interesting. But yeah, that final safety car that really put it to the test there. I think this usually happens at France. The last few laps, we have a safety car and it ends up with a split strategy field, and it just goes one way or the other, and it's gone the way of the soft runners today.
Yeah, it very much did. Final classification, Tom from Kieran from Aiden links Garb to P4 and then he'll be quite happy with that. George P5, Rage P6 from a man that started B18 in the grid. He'll be reasonably happy as well. Keki 7, Macho 8, Nick P9, and yours sincerely rounds out the top 10. So, let's
we get in the top 3 in. We could only get really Tom in, so it's whether if
yes.
you wanted to or not. But
yeah, if you want them in for a quickie, we can.
we'll see. We'll see if we'll invite him and see there. But yeah, words are definitely being spoken in the chats.
Yeah, something was not right there.
But it's not Cameron and Nathan though. It's more Nathan and some other drivers.
Yeah, I'm just going to make sure that I get some info from them.
I'll let you speak to him, Chris.
Good evening, Tom. Are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
From a man with 7 laps to go that looked as if, I think you were just, firstly, I think you were waiting on that weather coming, and then it looked like a point where the weather was never coming and you were like just kind of in a fight, like you've got to go to the source when the VSC comes and hope for the best. And then in 3 laps, everything changes and somehow you end up on the prime tyre at the prime time for the conditions. You got to be happy with that one.
Yeah, I'm happy, yeah. I mean, I was not expecting that on lap 24 or 27. Then all of a sudden it's flipped on its head, and I don't know why they didn't pit for softs, but they didn't, and then it was like, just an unbelievable grip advantage, so, you know. But, yeah, risky strategy, probably wasn't worth it at all, but...
The first stint, though, very entertaining from a spectator standpoint. Yourself, Samba, somebody else, you were all chopping and changing positions quite often. Was there just a strategical battle at play there, like go at front for a bit and then you seemed to sit in behind and build your energy back up? You did have control of the race early, but then in kind of the second half of your first stint, I seen you sat in and you'd managed to build your energy all the way back to a full tank. Was that a strategical decision?
It wasn't so much the battery, that's sort of like an added bonus, but I had planned quite early on to go to when the rain was going to come, so sitting behind in the DRS on this game is you know, it helps the tyre wear, so especially on the fronts.
Yep.
So I was just saving the tyres, but I was trying not to be P3, that's why I led for a bit, because I thought I was going to get double overtaken, which I did in the end, but I just decided that it wasn't worth fighting, and I could just sit in P3 either way. So, but then the strategy didn't work whatsoever. I just got lucky.
Well, sometimes we need a bit of luck, and the luck came at the right time. And I mean, we were calling it on comms. 3 laps to go. Your race that looked very promising with 10 laps to go looked dead and buried until a freak nature of events. And the rain, was the grip drop off when the rain came, was that pretty high? Because you just seemed to be way far. I know you had a soft tyre advantage, but my God, you made people look like they were crawling round corners.
I don't think it was raining from. It only started raining lap 26, so we already did like half a lap on the dries without rain. And I literally was like walking past Aiden, and I sent it past Samba, and then I knew with Kieran or Silly Slag I had the whole lap to overtake him, and I would have had the grip advantage the whole lap. So I just waited for that one, but it was a majority tyre advantage, but like just the wet made it even bigger of an advantage. But yeah.
And in that closing phase, the last couple of laps, did you have any concern before he was utterly destroyed of Cameron? Because he was there, just a car behind you coming through the pack as well. Did you think, oh, maybe that's where the fight for the race is now?
Well, with Keke and Macho, I knew they both sped into the pit. And Cameron, I only saw him, like, I only noticed he was coming through, like, when he got round Samba, and then he had an accident with him, so there was like a 2-second window where I thought I might have to fight him, but
yeah, well,
I knew if I got past Silly Slag Guy, it wouldn't be that much of a deal, because he would have had to get past him as well.
You say accident, I call murder, but we'll gloss over that. It did not look like an accident from what I've seen, but we will...
What do you mean?
Well, I don't want to say any accusations live, but...
Like Cameron?
No, well, it looks to me like Samba just straight took him out, like deliberately.
Oh,
but
wait, he came back on the track left. I don't think it would be deliberate. It's like, no, he's the title leader. He shouldn't do something like that anyway. I'm not going to comment, as you said.
No, that's what I'm just trying not to, because looks can be very deceiving when it comes to racing, so I try and hold judgment until we see. But nevertheless, Tom, the night is your night. A very thoroughly deserved win. Maybe a bit lucky, but still, nevertheless, your positions all through the race didn't warrant you not being up there at the end, so I still think you're a deserved winner.
Thank you.
No problem at all. Jensen, do you have anything for Tom before we wrap it up for the evening?
I don't really have much to say, as always, really, but yeah, I'd say given the final lap safety, or the final 2 laps for the safety car there, God, what do you think about Cameron and the last couple of laps there? If that didn't happen to Cameron, or if he didn't have that little incident with Nathan there, what do you think would have happened there? Do you think he would have got you?
No, I don't think he would have got me, but that's me just having confidence, I guess, because I would have overtaken Kieran a lot faster. Like, I overtook him in the last corner, but then I just let him through into T1. Not like lifted, but he burnt and I didn't. If I would have just kept that position, Cameron would have had to overtake him, and then I would have been gone by the time that happened. So I think that safety car, me being at the lead of the safety car, on the soft anyway, pretty much gave me a pretty straightforward shot at the win if I didn't spin on the wets at the end.
I mean,
it did get extremely wet.
Yeah, and also if the safety car didn't come out, do you think you would have, like, you weren't too far behind? You had 4 laps to catch up to this big train of cars battling for P3. Maybe, do you think there might have been a chance, like top 5, maybe still being on the cards there?
I mean, I'm not going to like beat around the bush. I highly doubt I would catch that train, but I have no idea how fast them softs were going to be, or how fast I would have been at the end when it rained and everyone was on all mediums. So I might have
Yeah.
overtook that whole train, but to be honest, I was miles behind. And
think,
that
yeah.
strategy just ruined me, even with a little bit of a VSC.
I think
I was pretty much
definitely
out
would
of
have
it.
had. They definitely would have had an advantage and a half. I think a couple of laps of mediums had about 2 to 3 tenths of difference, which was insane. You see Maris on 5 lap older tyres than Nathan, and Nathan was catching up 2 seconds a lap. So that is just I don't. It's a crazy difference around here. I don't understand it.
Definitely the tyres drop off, because I did a 32 low at the start of the race and I was doing high 34s by like lap 10 to like lap
So it might
20.
just be
So
high
like
deck then.
the tyres definitely drop off, like sort of a cliff. So like those mediums have probably been like at least 2 seconds faster for a good 6-7 laps. But obviously the pit at France is so long, so it was a massive gap to catch, so that's why they didn't catch it.
But I mean, overall, it's another P1. You're leading the championship now, and
Oh, yes,
obviously
thank
going
you. I'm not
into.
going to comment about how lucky it was, but
I mean, gotta take it. Take what you can.
yes, thank you.
So, gents, all happy for the evening?
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a toxic after chat in the in the Discord, but I mean,
and thing, mate, I've just seen it there, and my first initial reaction, I think, is not what actually took place. So it's actually looks a little bit desynchy and laggy and weird when I see it. So yeah, it's nothing bad, which is fine. That's
yeah,
the main thing.
we got driver of the day as well, which I don't.
Oh, that's a tough. I mean, the other guys round about got a penalty. If Cameron was there, could you say maybe Cameron deserved it? Possibly, but then unfortunately wasn't at the end of the race. So there really is, I think, Jensen, only one driver that it stands out to be.
It's got to be, yeah, Tom.
It's got to be Mr. Tom, yeah. I think
Thank
it's
you.
the only way. So Tom is driver of the day. I think set in stone, easy peasy.
Yeah, I mean, it's very hard to pick given how it all ended with the safety cars and all, but I think there's only 3 names into my mind there. It was Tom, Nick, and Rage.
Oh, that's true. The big
yeah.
recoveries at the end. Rage did get himself up to a top 6. That is a good point.
And obviously Nick as well. He managed to make many on-track overtakes, what, to P5, I think, coming in, but obviously penalties got the better of him in the end. But in the end, Tom has to do all that.
Appreciate Pelly driving around for 27 laps for the safety car to come out too late that he couldn't catch up. poor guy.
Oh no. But did you finish in the end, or was that?
I don't know. I don't think he didn't catch the safety car, so probably at the back.
I mean, fair play though.
Yeah.
Keep on going. I mean, points on board pretty much for every position you finish. So.
Well, anyway.
There you go.
Thanks for
Yeah.
comments.
Yeah, you're welcome. Also, before we end the stream, thank you to Joseph. Obviously, it was a bit of a troublesome start to the stream, trying to hear his voice, but in the end, we couldn't sort it out. But I appreciate him for.
We give him a fat 10 for effort.
Yeah, he put in very much a lot of effort into that. Tried streaming himself, but obviously the connection did not welcome that for him. So, but yeah, we appreciate that. Hopefully, sometime the next time we do another stream with Joseph, try and sort it out, and we could get him with a good one.
Yeah, typical F1 games. So I'm just going to blame the game because it gets the blame for everything else. So it's the game's fault.
Yeah. I think that'll be it for us, isn't it?
That's us for the evening. Yes, sir.
Indeed, it is. Thank you all for watching. Yeah, and we'll see you for the next. I don't know which race it is next week. Let's have a quick look.
It is.
Hopefully, you get another stream up. Obviously, being a bit of a rough season for me and Chris,
There's
trying
the
to be active, but
calendar. There's a calendar.
we've got Silverstone,
Oh, with the Bruton.
another good race. So that should be a
Yes.
good one. But yeah.
Good one for Wheel to Wheel. Right, so I'm trying to stop a stream that I didn't start. Bloody hell.
It's me, isn't it?
My bad. Start pushing buttons like, why is it not working?
But yeah, we will see you guys for next week where we will visit Silverstone. But until then, will you take care?
Ciao, Bellas.